The blood moon has come, and something inside you has changed. Maybe it was subtle. A shiver with no explanation. A restless sleep. Dreams that felt like hidden messages. A sense of unease that wouldn't leave you alone. As if something was moving inside you, even though you can't quite explain it. The ancient alchemists already knew the moon isn't just a celestial body. It's a mirror, and when that mirror turns red, it reflects what is hidden within us. In alchemy, this phase is called rubedo, the moment of final transmutation. Blood represents the fusion of spirit and matter, the descent of consciousness into the body, the refining of the hidden stone within each being. And what if I told you that, in this moment, your vibration has shifted? That the energy released by the blood moon doesn't just influence the sky, it reconfigures your very inner structure. Because that's exactly what happened. The blood moon isn't just an eclipse, it's a catalyst. It opens a portal. The ancient alchemists, magicians, and shamans knew that this moment is a unique energetic window. A time when the veil between worlds becomes thin, where the Earth's energy merges with invisible forces, forces that can be felt by those who know how to sense them. And now, everything intensifies. Your emotions, your thoughts, your deepest desires. The truth you've been hiding from yourself begins to reveal itself. What's trapped inside you wants to come out. And now you have two choices. You can ignore it, pretend it was just another ordinary night, that those strange sensations meant nothing. Go back to your routine, repeat the same patterns, follow the same cycles as always, or you can pay attention. Because the portal hasn't closed, it has expanded. The blood moon appeared in the sky, and with it, a mirror was raised before us. But this isn't an ordinary mirror. It doesn't reflect your appearance, your masks, or what you show the world. It reflects what's hidden, the part of you that you avoid looking at. Your fears, your pain, your deepest doubts. Everything that was repressed and forgotten is now exposed under the moon's reddish glow. The ancient alchemists understood this phenomenon. To them, the moon was never just a celestial body lighting up the night. It was the guardian of the soul's mysteries, the reflection of what happens within us. During a total eclipse, when the moon turns red, this reflection intensifies. What was buried in the unconscious begins to stir. What has been silenced for years gains a voice. The energy that once flowed unnoticed becomes impossible to ignore. In alchemy, this process has a name. It's called rubedo, the final phase of the great work, the moment when the lead of existence turns into gold, when the fusion between spirit and matter takes place. In Splendor Solis, one of the most enigmatic alchemical texts of the 16th century, this stage is symbolized by blood, by the transmutation of human essence into something greater. The blood moon is the manifestation of this principle in the sky. The cosmos mirrors the inner work. What was once hidden is now revealed. But seeing isn't enough. Feeling isn't enough. For true initiates, this is a call to action. Everything you want to change in your life, everything that limits you, everything that holds you back from evolving is being placed before you right now. You can resist it, pretend nothing is happening, try to carry on as before, but the energy has been activated, and once activated, it cannot be ignored. The ancients knew that transformation doesn't happen in comfort. It doesn't happen when everything is balanced and peaceful. True transmutation happens in fire, in intensity, in the confrontation with what needs to be purified. And the blood moon has lit that fire inside you. The mirror has been raised. The truth has been exposed, and the energy has shifted. But what happened inside you? If the blood moon was able to reveal what was hidden, it also had the power to activate what was dormant. The ancient alchemists knew that nothing transforms without fire. Raw stone doesn't turn into gold just with time. It needs to be subjected to the flame of transmutation, and that flame is now burning inside you. Maybe you felt this energy. Maybe it was a sudden restlessness, an inexplicable shiver, a warmth rising up your spine, an urge to change that came out of nowhere. Maybe your mind started racing, as if something was pulsing stronger inside you, that wasn't a coincidence. That was a sign. The blood moon ignited your inner alchemical fire, activating what the ancients called vital energy, the invisible force that sustains your existence. But what is this energy? Think about your body. Your heart beats, your blood circulates, your lungs expand and contract. You don't have to command it. You don't have to think for your eyes to see, for your muscles to move, for your body to function. There's something inside you that keeps it all alive, operating without conscious effort. That force has always been there, but few people ever pay attention to it. Now go beyond the physical. Have you ever noticed how some days you feel vibrant, full of motivation, like you could conquer anything? And other days your energy feels drained, like you're carrying an invisible weight. That's not just physical exhaustion. That's the circulation of your vital energy. This energy doesn't come from food, sleep, or exercise. It's the primordial force that flows through you, what the Eastern traditions called chi, the Hindus called prana, and the alchemists called inner fire. It's the spark that makes you exist, the invisible breath that fuels your body, your mind, and your soul. And during the blood moon, this force was amplified. The magicians and alchemists of the past knew that the moon governs fluids, not just the tides and rivers, but the internal fluids of the body, the invisible current that drives our emotions, our instincts, and our connection to the world. Your inner fluids have been touched by this energy. Your blood vibrates differently now. Your mind is resonating at a new frequency. You might feel it as an impulse to change, a need to break free from what limits you, a sudden realization that something needs to be done. The blood moon didn't just illuminate your path, it set fire to what was stagnant. But here's an important detail. If you don't know how to use this energy, it dissipates. If you don't know how to channel it, it turns into anxiety, racing thoughts, uncontrolled impulses. Have you ever seen fire without direction? It can illuminate, but it can also consume. It can warm, but it can also destroy. What you do now determines what happens next, because this energy has already been activated. The flame has been lit inside you. The transformation has already begun. Are you ready to step into your power? The flame has been lit. You felt it. Something inside you moved, vibrated differently, as if an unknown force had awakened powers you didn't even know you had. Now, this energy is active. And here's the question, what are you going to do with it? Because this force isn't passive. It doesn't wait. If you don't direct it, it spreads uncontrollably. If you don't use it, it dissipates. If you resist it, it becomes a burden. But if you channel it, it turns into power. Many people felt this shift, but few know what to do with it. The energy of the blood moon wasn't meant to be ignored. You can try to go back to your routine, pretend nothing happened, but something has already shifted inside you. Something has already been activated. And now you have a choice. In the alchemical tradition, there have always been three paths. The first is for those who ignore transformation and remain trapped in the density of matter. They felt the impact but chose not to see it. They continue living the same life, repeating the same patterns as if nothing happened. But ignoring doesn't mean the energy disappears. It means it turns into heaviness, stagnation, a restlessness that never goes away. The second path is for those who feel it but don't know what to do. They realize something is different. They feel the force pulsing inside them, but without direction, this energy spreads without purpose. Instead of being used for growth, it turns into anxiety, insomnia, racing thoughts. The potential is there, but without channeling, it gets lost. And then there's the third path, the path of the initiates, those who understand that this energy cannot be wasted, who recognize the opportunity they've been given, and decide to use this force to transmute their lives. They know they can't be the same anymore. They accept the transformation. They direct this energy with intention and purpose. The energy has been released. Now it circulates around you, within you, pulsing like an invisible electric current. Maybe you feel it as warmth in your chest, a tingling in your hands, a restlessness that won't let you ignore what's happening. Maybe it's sudden clarity, an urge to change, a feeling that something has shifted inside you, because it has. But here's the secret the ancient alchemists knew. This energy doesn't work on its own. It needs to be channeled. It needs direction, a purpose, a container where it can transform into something real. Without that, it disperses, gets lost, turns into confusion and chaos. The blood moon opened the portal, lit the flame, activated your vital energy. Now you need to act. Here are 5 powerful ways to use this force for transmutation. A fire ritual. Burn what can no longer stay. Fire has always been one of the key elements of alchemy. It destroys, but it also purifies. It consumes, but it also liberates. Take a piece of paper and write down everything that needs to be transmuted. Think about old patterns, limiting beliefs, pains you carry without realizing. Write down names, situations, thoughts that no longer make sense in your life. Now look at these words. They represent what has been holding you back, what has been draining your energy, what has been taking up space inside you and needs to be burned. Light a flame, hold the paper for a moment, take a deep breath, feel the energy of these words. They have carried weight. They were your reality for a long time, but now they no longer belong to you. Place the paper into the fire. Watch as it dissolves, as each word turns into ashes. Feel that weight being released. This is your liberation. This is your new beginning. Moon bath, water that carries the memory of the portal. The moon and water have always been connected. The tides respond to its pull, just like your body. Your blood, your emotions, your deepest memories, all of it is governed by lunar energy. During the blood moon, water can become a powerful conductor. Fill a container with pure water and leave it exposed under the moon's light. This won't just be ordinary water. It will be an energetic elixir charged with the vibration of this moment. In the coming days, use this water to cleanse yourself, not just your body, but your soul. Wash your face with it in the morning. Pour it over your head before bed. Let every drop remove old energies and prepare you for the new cycle that is beginning. You will not be the same after this bath. Transmutation Journal. Decode the hidden messages. The blood moon doesn't just stir matter. It opens portals within the mind. Maybe you've noticed it over the past few days. Intense dreams, strange sensations, thoughts appearing out of nowhere, as if someone were trying to send you a message, and maybe that's exactly what's happening. The universe speaks to you all the time. The problem is that most people don't listen. Grab a notebook and start recording. Write about the dreams you've had in the past few days, the emotions that intensified, any insight that appeared unexpectedly. Don't dismiss anything. The blood moon doesn't reveal everything at once. It leaves clues, signs. You may not understand them now, but in time, as you look back at this journal, you'll see a pattern, and you'll understand exactly what message was sent to you. Energy breathing. Inhale power, exhale blockages. The energy is in the air around you. You can feel it if you pay attention. But what many don't realize is that breathing is one of the most powerful tools for absorbing and directing this force. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Visualize the reddish light of the moon entering your lungs, circulating through every cell in your body. Feel this light warming you from the inside, removing blockages, dissolving tension. Now, as you exhale, imagine releasing everything that no longer serves you. Every insecurity, every fear, every doubt. See that dense energy leaving your body, dissolving into the air. Repeat this cycle. Draw in the moon's energy. Absorb the power. Exhale everything that limits you. Do this for a few minutes and notice the difference. You won't just feel lighter. You will be different. Crystals and talismans. Anchor the portal's energy in a sacred object. The ancients knew that certain objects could store and amplify energy. Choose a crystal, a ring, a necklace, or a symbol that holds meaning for you. Hold it in your hands and close your eyes. Now, focus on what you want to manifest. Visualize this intention imprinting itself into the object. See it absorbing the energy of the blood moon, becoming a channel for your transformation. This object is no longer just an accessory. It has become a talisman, a focal point of power, a physical reminder of the change happening within you. Over the next few days, carry it with you. Every time you touch it, remember your intention. Remember that the transformation has already begun. The hidden science of the alchemists. The energy has been absorbed, the portal has been activated, and your mind can no longer deny what's happening. Now, it's time to understand why this moment is unique and why so many occult traditions saw lunar eclipses as sacred events of power and transmutation. The energy that descended from above is already within you. Now, the question is, will you know how to shape it, or will it be lost like a strong wind with no direction? The ancient Hermetic teachings remind us of one of the greatest principles governing the universe. As above, so below. As within, so without. This isn't just poetic. It's a cosmic truth. Everything that happens in the great cycles of the universe reflects within us, in our bodies, our minds, and our souls. The blood moon eclipses, the movement of the stars. These aren't just distant phenomena. They resonate inside us. If the tides rise and fall at the moon's command, imagine what happens to the inner tides of your body. Imagine what happens to your vital energy when an event of this magnitude reorganizes the invisible forces of the cosmos. But not everyone knows how to channel this energy. Now, let me share a short story that illustrates this principle. Long ago, there was a monk who lived atop a mountain. He spent his days studying the mysteries of nature, observing the cycles of the moon, the changing seasons, and the patterns of the wind. One day, a traveler climbed up to the temple and asked the monk, "Master, why do some men seem to be guided by chaos, while others always seem to be on the right path?" The monk looked out at the horizon and smiled. "Come with me," he said. They walked to a small lake where the water was crystal clear, reflecting the sky like a mirror. "Look at this lake," the monk said. "When the water is still, the sky reflects perfectly. But when strong winds blow, when stones are thrown, the image distorts." The traveler watched the lake for a moment and nodded. "What does this have to do with my question?" The monk took a small stick and began tracing circles on the water's surface. "The universe is always moving, always drawing invisible patterns that reflect in our existence. But those who don't learn to align their inner energy with the movements of the cosmos are like this disturbed water. They never see the true reflection of reality." The traveler fell silent, absorbing the master's words. So those who live in chaos are the ones who don't know how to calm their own waters? The monk smiled. Exactly. And those who learn to channel the forces of the universe within themselves become like this lake on calm days. They reflect the truth without distortion. They flow with the natural cycles instead of resisting them. The traveler looked up at the sky, then back at the lake, and something inside him awakened. For the first time, he understood that the universe doesn't just happen out there. It happens within us. The same goes for the energy of the blood moon. If you don't know how to channel it, it will turn into noise, confusion, uncontrolled impulses. But if you learn to direct it, it will become clarity, purpose, power. The question remains, is your mind like the disturbed lake, or like the still surface that reflects the truth? The portal is open. How will you use it? The surface of the lake is calm now. You've realized that the universe's energy doesn't just flow around you, it moves through you. But something even deeper is happening at this very moment. The blood moon didn't just light up the sky. It released an energetic flow that is now spreading across the earth. This outpouring of cosmic energy is reconfiguring patterns, accelerating internal processes, and awakening those who are ready to receive it. But here's the question. Are you tuning into this force, or is it passing by unnoticed? Maybe, over the past few days, you've felt something different. Maybe your intuition has sharpened, as if you're picking up on messages you couldn't perceive before. Small signs, coincidences, synchronicities appearing out of nowhere. Maybe you've felt intense emotions with no clear explanation, memories resurfacing, deep sensations washing over you without an obvious reason. Or maybe you've noticed old patterns repeating themselves, as if life is showing you exactly what still needs to be worked through. This wasn't random. The blood moon doesn't just shine, it stirs the invisible layers of reality, and now these forces are more accessible than ever. If you open yourself up, you can absorb this energy and channel it into your life. If you ignore it, this force will dissipate, returning to the flow of the cosmos, and you'll have missed one of the most powerful moments of the year. The choice is yours. But remember, the universe always responds to those who are willing to listen. Many people believe that the stars, nature's cycles, and the movements of the cosmos have no influence over their lives. They live disconnected, trapped in the illusion that they are separate from the whole, that their actions, thoughts, and emotions are tied only to their own rational decisions. But that is the greatest illusion of all. Everything in the universe moves in cycles. Day turns into night and then back into day. The seasons change, the tides rise and fall. Even time itself organizes into patterns. So why would you believe that you are immune to this cosmic dance? Since ancient times, wise ones have known that what happens in the macrocosm is reflected in the microcosm. Just as the moon can move entire oceans, it also moves the waters within us. Our bodies, made of over 70% water, feel this influence. Our minds, structured in waves and frequencies, resonate with the vibrational fields of the earth. Our souls, which are pure energy, are shaped by cosmic cycles. The truth is, the universe's signs are always present. They appear in dreams, in intuition, in unexpected events, in strange repetitions that defy logic. But not everyone is willing to see them. The rationalized mind of modernity has dismissed ancient wisdom. We've been taught to ignore intuition, to treat the unseen as an illusion, to believe only in what can be measured and proven. And yet, initiates continue to recognize the patterns. They continue to receive messages. They continue to feel the invisible movements that influence everything around us. The question has never been whether the universe communicates with us. The question is, are you listening? If you ignore it, opportunities will pass you by. You'll keep repeating cycles, never understanding what needs to change. The same problem will appear in different forms until you finally choose to see the hidden lesson. If you open yourself up, you'll realize that life has been guiding you all along. Opportunities will arise. Answers you've been searching for will appear in the most unexpected places. Your intuition will sharpen, showing you paths that once seemed invisible. The energy has already been poured out. Now, the universe watches in silence, waiting for your response. The ancients knew that lunar eclipses are keys of power, moments when the veil between realities becomes thin, allowing invisible forces to shape the destiny of those who are ready. There are no coincidences. If this message has reached you, it's because this moment was designed for your awakening. If the portal has been activated, you now have two options. You can align yourself with this energy, absorb its frequency, and awaken to a new level of consciousness. Or you can ignore this call, continue living as before, repeating the same patterns, and letting this opportunity pass you by. This choice shapes your future. The blood moon has already lit this flame within you. The energy has been released. The portal is open. And now, the choice is yours. You can ignore this force and continue as before, or you can learn to use it just as the ancient alchemists did, to transform your life from the inside out. But be aware, this opportunity won't wait for you. To guide you through this process, we've prepared a special video that will show you how initiates used this power and how you can apply this knowledge right now. Don't leave just yet. Click on the video appearing on your screen, and I'll meet you there.